Why Among Us is goated by Cons. Today, we're going over the reasons why Among Us is the absolute GOAT of video games. And I'm qualified to say that, by the way, because I am a video games expert. But first, hit the subscribe button if you aren't a sussy baka. Easy to understand. Even a booger eating second grader that gets Fs because they can't do a 2 plus 2 would have absolutely no problem playing Among Us. I'm by no means the sharpest tool in the shed. I'm not even in the shed. I'm the wooden pickaxe you toss aside as soon as you mine some cobblestone. And even I had no problem picking up the game in like a couple hours, a good couple hours. So, it is an extremely low skill floor, and even old boomers like PewDiePie and AOC have no problem playing and learning the game very well, I might add. Although, it is pretty straightforward why a politician would be good at a game about lying. Playing with friends, doing anything with your bros is amazing. Even Stu had fun in Hangover too, despite, because he was with the gang. Especially, gaming together with your boys is top notch. Well, unless you're a self-proclaimed video game expert who's actually a socially awkward loser with no friends, Among Us is perfect for a game night. Lies, deceptions, your dad tapping the sizzle out of you because you've been screaming Jared sauce at 2 a.m. Among Us has it all. All the more, rage baiting your friends is so fun. Like stay with Jared so he can vouch for you only to rip him apart with your hands in the endgame. Peak friendship. I don't know how anyone is supposed to break a friendship bond that has been lubed up with Among Us memories. No, cemented with Among Us memories, yeah. So many variables at play. There's like 10 to 15 players, and each and every move they make affects the entire outcome of the game. For example, let's say you're the imposter camping electrical beside Jared's scrawny ass body that you split in half. Now, if someone comes inside, someone credible, and instantly reports the body and blames you, you're gonna get voted out. But if the person who reported the body is already kinda sus, then you could shift the blame and get them voted out instead. God damn. However, before anybody could, come inside and report the body, if someone else decides to call a meeting, then an entirely new world of possibilities are unlocked. It's like you branched off into a different timeline, This is like quantum physics, Copenhagen theory shit, Although I don't know what that means. Now, a while back, I was watching Charlie's old Among Us videos, and it was really good. Of course, Charlie's, a great guy. And then I decided to watch PewDiePie's video. But I enjoyed that as well, even though they played the same game. The videos were of the same game. I don't know how to explain it. Like, it was different enough so that I was completely enjoying both of their perspectives separately, even of the same game. Now, you gotta admit, watching the same match from different, POVs is even boring in Counter-Strike. But that is absolutely not the case here. There probably aren't this many variables even in the string theory. And because of this, playing with the same people on the same map endless amounts of time is always fun. Runs on potato PCs. Among Us is so low spec that I'm pretty sure it can even run on an actual potato. This low barrier of entry allows casuals whose PCs can barely open 3 Chrome tabs to play the game pretty seamlessly. You could also play on your phone, and crossplay allows literally anybody to play with everybody else. So this is the kind of game that you can play with your entire friend group, so nobody is left out, which is pretty wholesome, you gotta admit. Hell, you could even get this game working on your granny's flip phone, although I doubt you wanna see what those dentures are capable of. The timing. 2020 Among Us run is up there with, the fidget spinners and even the Harlem Shake. With everybody being forced inside their homes during the lockdown, it was the perfect way for people to socialize and do what they do best. Lie to each other's faces. Apart from the fact that it was in a video game, and even if it was in real life, we'd all be wearing masks, so, the same thing. Yeah, so basically, Among Us brought people together in a time where it mattered the most. Why aren't they getting a Nobel Peace Prize for that? But hey, it's fine. They're getting the Khan's crown of goat shit. Like, not actual goat poop, like goat stuff, the greatest of all time. Yeah, so I guess they did win in the end.